Welcome back. You're with AM, thanks to our partner Wild Bean Cafe. Doctor Who fans, also known as Whovians, they're eagerly awaiting the Lord of Time convention to kick off so they can meet Christopher Eccleston. The BAFTA-winning actor is a massive draw card for the event as Aotearoa celebrates Doctor Who's 60th birthday, and we are lucky to have Christopher Eccleston with us now. For the uninitiated, like myself, you're part of Armageddon, so this is part of the Armageddon that we're having here. What is it, and what is the Lord of Time event?
It's an opportunity to meet myself, who played the 9th Doctor back in 2005. We're doing something in Wellington on the Saturday, and then we're doing something in Auckland on the Sunday. So I'll be meeting fans, signing photographs, shaking hands, having conversations. There'll be a Q&A session at both events, both venues. It's an opportunity for me to meet the Doctor Who fans in New Zealand.
And have you? I'm guessing you've been to lots and lots of these kind of fan conventions around the world. What are they like?
I was wary of doing them for many years because I genuinely felt that fans were being ripped off, and so I stayed away from it. And then when I've done it, I've realised that it puts a smile on your face. People want to meet you. They want their own memorabilia to sign in. They don't want to sell it. It's a personal thing. And usually they want to say something personal about their feelings about the show. Doctor Who seems to reach a very broad fan base, and people take it very much to their hearts. So I've had some pretty emotional and very moving experiences at these events. They're really joyous.
I mean, we're on the other side of the world, right on the bottom of the world. You're surprised that we have so many Whovians here?
No, I mean, the show's been in existence, as you've just said, for 60 years, so its reach is enormous. And this has been going on for 60 years, this passion that people have for it. And of course, what I like about it, it becomes an international thing. So it means that it kind of joins countries up, which is always pleasant, particularly at times like this when there's so much strife. It's nice to attend something that's about positivity.
Have you had any strange interactions with some fans? Because I'm guessing, you know, they get into character and they get quite passionate. Have you had any quite interesting requests?
Yeah, I've had to sign some body parts, it has to be said. And people do cosplay, and I've had a lot of tears. People can get very emotional. Some children can get very emotional because obviously children, sometimes they don't see Chris, they're seeing the Doctor. So that's happened to me a number of times. And it's interesting, there seems to be something about the Doctor. I think it's because he's an outsider and because he largely travels alone and he doesn't fit in. The people who've had mental health issues or people who have felt sidelined by society, they identify with him fiercely. And it's helped them. I've had a lot of experiences where people have said to me that it's helped them during times of bereavement or mental health crises. It seems to be his heroism, his positivity is a real comfort to people. So it does get genuinely emotional.
Christopher, Melissa here. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. As you say, people are so connected to the show, and you know, people are very passionate about Doctor Who. Did you feel that when you were playing Doctor Who as a character, a kind of pressure to be what the fans wanted and expected, and the impact it's had on your career?
Yeah, I didn't think too much about what the fans wanted. I mean, my time as the Doctor, we moved him away from the traditional posh RP English kind of upper class character. So I was focusing on that. We wanted to make him a little more broadly accessible across the class and bring him up to line with some of the cinematic heroes we're used to. You know, there was a lot about the show which was old-fashioned. And so I focused on that. I think it's important not to think too much about what people want and just try and do it from your own point of view. And that's what people you can end up falling between too many stools. You know, if you please yourself, you'll please others.
Yeah,
I guess
totally.
you must have felt the pressure enormously because you were the first show to come back in 2005 after a big hiatus because it got canned in 1989. So you must have had quite a lot of pressure.
I think that the first series in 2005 of the reboot was by far and away the most difficult series to make because people didn't know what they were doing. But I didn't feel the pressure because I'd been in the industry then 30 years, and it sounds arrogant, and it's not meant to be, but I'd led feature films. I shot a feature film partly in Dunedin, South Island, Jude. I'd done a lot of theatre and film and television. I think possibly for some of the later Doctors, there was more pressure because they were younger. But I'd been around the block, so the pressure, I was used to the pressure. And I just got onto it. And that's probably one of the reasons it's worked, that they got somebody who's quite experienced, who wasn't going to be fazed by that. Because, doing a reboot is always a risky thing. So I don't really feel the pressure. Pressure's on employment. When you've got a job, you don't feel pressure.
Awesome.
It's the unemployment that brings pressure.
Thank you very much for your time, and good luck with your travel down under. It'll be, I'm sure there's lots of Kiwis that are eagerly awaiting to see you. That is Christopher Eccleston, award-winning actor.